Right folks, in this video I wanted to just show you a few different techniques for creating smoother meshes when you export models and objects from Maya. You may have noticed that when you're modeling things within Maya that you can preview your models in different modes. So the standard is just hitting 1 on your keyboard, and you can view the standard model. If you hit 2, you'll see that we have a bounding box, so you can actually see where the faces are and then what a smooth preview of that mesh might look like. And if you hit 3, you'll see a smooth mesh. So for example, when I was modeling this character, I was working in the smooth mesh mode, and that would allow me to create more organic and lifelike models for this human character. So that's hitting 3 on the keyboard. It will naturally just smooth my faces. If I go back to 1, sorry, with that selected, this is what it actually looks like without any smoothing. And what you will find is that if you're working in the smooth mesh mode by hitting 3, when you come to exporting this from Maya and import it into Unity, you're going to run into problems. It's going to look like this. It isn't going to look like this. Okay. What we can do though is we can do a few things, different methods for changing that. So what I've done in Unity, I've just exported my character, and you can see how it's looking quite jagged, and it hasn't smoothed it. So the way I did that, I just did the standard edit, delete by type history. I then went to export selection and exported it as an FBX, and on the geometry tab you'll notice a little box here that says smooth mesh. Now no matter if you tick that or not, it's going to come out looking like this. Now that's quite, it can throw you. You'd think, oh well, if I've got smooth mesh on, why isn't that doing it? Now to get around this, what we can do is do quite a cool feature in Maya. So let's say you're modeling something, okay, and you're modeling something that's quite organic. You might be working in this mode to begin with, and then you'll flip to 3 to smooth it, smooth preview. You can still make all your changes. You know, you can be grabbing, your vertices and making adjustments and molding it and doing all the stuff that you'd want to do. But what we need to do is convert this in this preview into an actual object. So if you go to let me just go to object mode and hit duplicate and move this over so you can see the difference. Right, this one is just standard, and this one at the minute is being previewed in smooth mode. So I've hit 3 to smooth it. Now what you can do is if you go to modify and then convert, and then you can do smooth mesh preview to polygons. So what this is going to do, it's going to convert this preview that we've got here at the minute and convert it into actual polygons. So if I do that, what it's done now is it's retopologized my mesh and created a really smooth model. So if I hit 1 now, oops, I'm actually viewing it in the same mode as this, which is quite handy. So now if I select that, do edit, delete by type history, and then file, export selection, and I'll just do human 3, and do export selection, and let's go to Unity now and import that. So I'm just going to do it up here, import new asset, human 3, and this might take a little bit more time because it's quite high poly. So I'm going to drag this in, and you're going to see some bad practice here because I didn't set Maya to the correct size. He's tiny, he's a little dude. So if I just bring this up and bring him up, so I haven't reset my transformations, he's not snapped to the floor, he's the wrong size. But you can see the difference there. So now a much more accurate, organic looking model which will work in my Unity scene. So if you're ever wondering or wanting to create objects that are smoother and more organic, and you're smoothing your mesh display in Maya, and you're thinking, well, why isn't that shown in Unity? That's a route around it, and a nice technique for creating smoother meshes which will come out of Maya looking exactly as they did into Unity. Just worth noting that it will obviously raise the poly count depending on the detail on your model. I still feel that that is okay for a third-person character on a current platform. He's probably not too high in polys, so I could be going back and making my model a simpler version of the model if I wanted to. But I just wanted to show you that technique for exporting things from Maya correctly, and the difference between the 1, the normal preview mode, and 3, the smooth preview mode, and how you can get those to work together. Yeah, let's see. Look, that poly count tries 43,000. That's pretty reasonable for a third-person character in a AAA game. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for that.